Hello, my friend. Today, I want to tell you a story that begins on a quiet morning in Japan. A story about a man who was searching for meaning, searching for peace, and searching for the one thing he had lost long ago: joy. This story will not only teach you English, it will also teach you a powerful Japanese life rule, a rule that has helped millions of people discover a deeper purpose. This rule is called Ikigai. There was a man named Haruto. He lived in the busy city of Tokyo. From the outside, his life looked perfect. He had a stable job, a small apartment, and a routine that never changed. Yet inside, he felt empty. Every morning, he woke up with a heavy feeling in his chest. Every night, he wondered why his days felt the same, why nothing truly excited him anymore. One winter evening, after a long day at work, Haruto sat alone on a train. The city lights passed like falling stars. He watched people around him laughing, talking, smiling. But his own heart felt silent. He whispered to himself, "Why am I living like this? What am I doing with my life?" That question, soft, quiet, almost invisible, was the beginning of everything. The next day, Haruto visited his grandmother in a small village near Okinawa. She lived in a tiny wooden house surrounded by bamboo trees. When he arrived, she opened the door with a warm smile and said, "Haruto, your eyes look tired." He tried to smile back, but she already knew something was wrong. She had always been able to read his heart. Later that evening, as they sat on the tatami floor drinking warm green tea, his grandmother asked gently, "Tell me, my boy, what is troubling you?" Haruto took a deep breath. "Grandmother, I feel lost. I work every day, but it feels like I'm not living at all. I don't feel joy. I don't feel meaning. I don't know why I wake up anymore." She listened quietly, patiently, lovingly. Then she placed her hand on his and whispered, "Haruto, you have forgotten your ikigai." The word felt soft, yet powerful. Ikigai. Haruto had heard it before, but he never understood its true meaning. He looked at his grandmother and asked, "What exactly is ikigai?" She smiled. "Ikigai is your reason to wake up in the morning, the Japanese life rule that brings joy, direction, and purpose. It is the feeling that your life matters. It is the quiet fire inside your heart." Her voice grew calm and steady as she continued. "Everyone has an ikigai, but many people never discover it because they are too busy, too tired, or too afraid to look inside themselves." Haruto felt something shift within him. A small light, like the first star appearing in a dark sky. That night, he couldn't sleep. The word kept echoing in his mind. Ikigai, ikigai, ikigai. He lay awake thinking about his childhood. He remembered how he used to draw pictures for hours. He remembered climbing trees, playing music, and dreaming of becoming someone creative. But as he grew older, he chose a safe job, a job that paid the bills, but killed the spark inside him. He whispered, "Maybe my ikigai disappeared because I stopped listening to my own heart." The next morning, Haruto's grandmother took him for a walk through the village. The air smelled of pine trees and morning rain. Birds flew silently above them. "Let me teach you something," she said. "Your ikigai is found where four things meet." She wrote them on her palm with her finger. 1. What you love. 2. What you are good at. 3. What the world needs. 4. What you can be paid for. Haruto stared at the list. It felt simple, yet powerful. She continued, "When these four things overlap, You find your reason to live. You find joy. You find peace. Haruto felt tears in his eyes. Grandmother, I don't know any of these anymore. She touched his shoulder and said, then it is time to start exploring. The next few days changed his life. Haruto spent time alone, walking through forests, sitting by the river, listening to the sound of wind moving through bamboo. The silence helped him hear the voice he had ignored for years, the voice inside himself. He asked deep questions. What do I truly love? What makes me feel alive? What skills do I have that I've forgotten? How can I help the world? Slowly, answers began to rise. He remembered how much he loved drawing, how much he enjoyed telling stories through pictures, how he used to sketch scenes of nature, people, and emotions. He also remembered that people admired his drawings. Some even asked him to teach them. A small smile appeared on his face. Maybe my ikigai has always been art. A few days later, Haruto returned to Tokyo, but this time, he was not the same. He walked through the city with new eyes. Every corner, every building, every person looked different. He realized that joy doesn't appear magically. It must be created. He bought a sketchbook and pencils. Each night, after work, he spent 1 hour drawing. At first, it felt difficult. His hands were stiff. His lines were shaky. But he kept going. One drawing, then another, and another. Something beautiful began to happen. Haruto noticed that when he drew, he forgot his stress. He forgot his worries. He felt peaceful, alive, joyful. He whispered, This is what I've been missing. One evening, after finishing a drawing of a rainy Tokyo street, he posted it online. He didn't expect anything. But the next morning, his phone was full of messages. People from all over the world wrote comments like, "This feels emotional. This reminds me of home. Your art tells a story. Please share more." Haruto felt warmth in his chest. For the first time in years, he felt seen. He felt connected. He realized that his drawings were not just pictures. They were expressions of feelings that people could understand, even across oceans. Within a month, he created a small online page for his art. Within 3 months, people were asking him to teach beginners drawing classes. Within 6 months, he started earning money from his art, something he never imagined. And one night, as he sat by the window drawing a soft sunset, he finally understood. I am helping people feel emotions. I am giving them peace. I am sharing beauty. My art is not just for me. It is something the world needs. A single tear rolled down his face. Haruto's life changed quietly, naturally, beautifully. His job no longer felt like a prison. His mornings no longer felt heavy. His nights no longer felt lonely. He woke up every day with a gentle excitement. Not because life was perfect, but because he had rediscovered his reason to wake up. And one evening, he returned to visit his grandmother. She looked at him and smiled softly. Your eyes, they are bright again. Haruto nodded. I found my ikigai. She held his hand and whispered, Good, never lose it again. And now, my friend, this story is for you. Because somewhere inside you, there is also an ikigai. A quiet purpose waiting to be discovered. A reason that will make your mornings feel meaningful again. Maybe it is something you loved as a child. Maybe it is something you do naturally without thinking. Maybe it is something the world needs, something only you can give. Your ikigai is not loud. It whispers. It waits. It calls you gently, and when you find it, your heart will recognize it. Your life will feel lighter. Your joy will return. So remember these words. Ikigai is the Japanese life rule that leads to joy. Find what you love. Find what you're good at. Find what the world needs. Find what can support you. And when these four things come together, your world changes. Not suddenly, but beautifully, just like Haruto's.